Hi everyone, I'm Hayden, and today I will be taking a look at yet another vintage Beast Wars reissue. This time it's Megatron. Now I know this isn't the original Beast Wars Megatron toy. That would be the basic one, from the Optimus Primal vs. Megatron 2-pack. That figure turned into an alligator. But this is the main Beast Wars Megatron figure. And since he's packaged in his T-Rex mode, we will be looking at that first. And the T-Rex mode, honestly, looks kinda weird. Especially the head. It looks like they just took a T-Rex skull and pulled skin over it, forgetting that animals have like flesh and fat and stuff underneath. And the colors are also a bit off. So I didn't actually notice this with the other Beast Wars reissues, but the colors are actually different from the original toys. Optimus Primal's head is a darker shade of blue to match the show, Rattrap's eyes are black instead of yellow, and Tigatron's colors are more show accurate. And Megatron here is a more normal shade of purple. The original's colors were a lot more pale, almost looking gray. The purple here is much more accurate to the show, and in my opinion looks a lot nicer than the original. The T-Rex mode doesn't really have a lot of articulation. His arms are ball jointed, his knees can bend. He also has a useless toe bend that bends down for some reason. His mouth can also open, but doesn't stay open because of the water shooting gimmick. What? What are you crying about? You so excited to see Megatron shoot water? You remove this throat piece and fill it with water. Then when you open his mouth, it shoots. But without it, he just chomps. Transformation to robot mode isn't that bad, but doing it on camera is horrible. And transforming it into T-Rex mode is super annoying. These hip pieces always get in the way, and dealing with the back kibble and having everything close up like neatly is really kind of hard to do. And Beast Wars Megatron's robot mode is super iconic, so I feel like if I say anything negative about it, I'll be murdered. But as a toy, this thing is kind of annoying to mess with. Obviously the back kibble gets in the way a lot, but the hip kibble is even more annoying. He also just doesn't have any hands. It just has the T-Rex head and this grabby thing that doesn't work. And again, the colors are slightly different. Instead of the head being silver like the original, it's just black. Problem is the head gets lost in all the black plastic around his head. It doesn't really stand out enough. And it makes the weird head-mounted wings look even more noticeable and bad. You can cover his head with it, and it just looks even worse. It's like a weird unicorn thing. It looks bad. But luckily, they do pop off really easily, so you can make them look normal. Besides that head gimmick, this figure does have a few more play features. Like this grabby claw I mentioned before. You're supposed to be able to push or pull this black tab to make it like go, but like it just doesn't work on mine. Also, this joint that holds it up is very, very loose. And obviously you can still shoot water out of the dinosaur head. And finally, the hip bumps are actually launchers. And they shoot out these like anchors or whatever this is supposed to be. Megatron's articulation is pretty good. Pretty much all of his joints are ratcheted. But for some reason, the ratchets on his hips are just way too much. Like, oh my god. Every time I move the legs, I feel like it's gonna snap off with how tight it is. For some reason, when you swivel his waist, the ratchets become more manageable, but then the other side becomes even tighter. Like, how does that even happen? I don't get it. So overall, Beast Wars Megatron is not really the best. It's probably cool for the time, but definitely has not aged as well as Primal has. It still has a lot of cool play features, and the articulation's pretty good, but the backpack and all of that, it's just way too much, I think. But it's definitely iconic. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment what you think I should review in the future.